Hi everybody, it's me again, Sharon Seville, First Executive Recruitment, part of First Group Solutions. We're on for the final part in our CV advice trilogy today, and that covers the end of your CV and how to make sure it says all that it needs to. So to recap, the beginning of your CV is all about making sure that you've got a great profile. The middle part is about making sure the info in your work history is relevant to what you're looking for now and keeping any potential red flags to a minimum. So in today's Daily Quick Burst, it's all about the last part, or the end part of your CV. The end of a CV isn't just about listing your hobbies and interests, it's about making sure there's enough overall information for the reader to make a good, informed decision as to whether they're going to pick up the phone and give you a call. And the things that are worth considering are things like hobbies and interests, references, academic qualifications, professional qualifications, and training courses attended, that kind of thing. Now, the difficulty here is CVs are incredibly subjective, so you'll need to decide for yourself what content goes where and whether it goes in at all in this particular bit. And of course, the factors might include the length of time you've had in the working world, or how important qualifications are to a particular industry. If you're like me and you've got 100 years of paid work behind you, then academic qualifications become less important really than your experience. So these can go at the end of your CV, as they're less likely to be a deciding factor for an end employer. However, if you've just graduated and have got limited experience, then academic qualifications are actually quite important and might be better at the top of your CV. And in this instance, it's probably a good idea to put more detail in terms of projects, collaboration, deadlines, research for dissertations, that kind of thing, on your CV, so that it can help the reader understand how you transpose your academic work into business work. With professional work qualifications, they're slightly different, as it depends on the importance and the relevance to your chosen sector. And for example, if you're a health and safety manager, you're highly likely to be required to have the likes of NEBOSH or IOSH or ISO 14001 qualifications, and you're unlikely to get a job without those qualifications, probably. So they're much more relevant, and as such, they need to be clearly defined in your CV. If this is the case, then it's worth ensuring you state that you are a qualified professional health and safety manager within your profile at the beginning of your CV. You could also have a section for professional qualifications and development, and you can have that really at the beginning or the end of your CV, and that should cover any training certifications that you've garnered over the years. Personally, I like to see these at the end of a CV, as invariably I recruit at senior executive level, so the focus is on their experience and their achievements over the years. But again, it really depends on your work background and the importance of qualifications within your chosen field. So you'll need to make an educated choice as to where you feel that would best sit. The other thing, hobbies and interests, it's always a bit of a bone of contention really, as people say they're irrelevant and outdated on CVs. But with more emphasis these days being put on teams, collaboration, and cultural fit within businesses, they actually do have a place. They give companies an idea of you outside of the work environment. And I don't mean that in a big brother kind of way, it's more about those social norms. If you've got massive sporting hobbies, it can denote competitive, teamworking, determination. If you're an avid reader of a particular genre, it can denote concentration or dedication. If your social life is around your family and the dogs, it can denote the importance of that work-life balance. It goes on and on. You don't need to have a ton of hobbies and interests here. It's not a competition. It's just about giving the reader something more to add a bit of depth to who you are. Like me, for example, I love swimming. I go twice a week, or I used to go twice a week. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I cycle to work twice a week, or used to cycle to work twice a week. I enjoy cooking, playing the piano. I've got quite a strong social network, and I treasure my time with my son where and whenever I can. And that's nothing complicated. I'm not over-egging myself. I'm not saying I do something I don't, but it gives you a flavour of me now, doesn't it? Beyond what you already know. And that's the point. It rounds off a reader's perception of you beyond a piece of paper, and that can only help, can't it? And then lastly, references. Yes, they should go on your CV. No, you shouldn't put names or contact details on there. A section that says something like two excellent references from past employers available upon request, or references available upon request if you don't know how good they're going to be, is absolutely all that's needed there. If you put contact details on for references, you're opening up issues with GDPR, out-of-date contact details, people that have left businesses, verbal references that might not be quite what you were expecting, right down to the more unscrupulous employers ringing your referees before even ringing you. Don't make it an option. Just ensure that your referee knows they're down as a referee, and you'll let them know in advance if a company asks you for reference details so that they can expect a call or an email. That's all you need to do. And that's it. Once you've nailed your CV and made sure it is fit for purpose, which is all about getting you that interview that you've been after, your odds of success and getting a new job are that little bit more favourable. I hope you found this trilogy useful. Tomorrow I'm going to be kind of finishing off with a broader scope on CVs, that as everything has been covered, or certainly everything that I can think of has been covered. In the meantime, and as usual, please stay well, stay safe, and stay positive. And thank you all very much, and I will see you all tomorrow.